Town Council regular meeting, January 16th, 2025, Cape Charles Civic Center. If we could get a roll call, please.
Buckles present.
Holloway present.
Newman present.
Buda present.
Grossman present.
Ashworth present.
All right, let it be known we've established a quorum. If we could please all rise for a moment of silence and pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, we have no visitors' presentations this evening. Anybody sign up for public comments or? Oh, no. Yeah.
That's all right. Just come on up and, well, that Facebook people have to.
I don't need a podium for one.
Oh, here you go, just use this one.
Face for them.
You're gonna need a microphone. Sorry.
Oh, there you go.
That little sucker's heavy.
You better use all 3 minutes now.
That's right.
Andy hasn't started the timer yet.
There we go. Sorry about that. It's been one of those days.
No worries.
Thank you, Town Council. I'm John Rose, 639 in Madison. I think I've met most of you before. Mr. Hosey, of course, Libby. I attended last night to see the changes to the beachfront master plan. It was pleasant to see some of the reduction of scope of the thing and some realignments of some of the facilities that were envisioned. And one thing that occurred to me before the meeting last night was that nowhere in any discussion that I've been able to find has there been any talk about cost, benefit, trade-offs, things like that. We are building this, it seems, largely for tourists, and the townspeople, through their taxes, are expected to pay for it, ameliorated perhaps with grant money along the way. But still, we're on the hook for what is largely going to be to the benefit of the tourists. And they are going to pay nothing for this, as I've heard. So I'm glad that people enjoy the town. We need tourist income. That's part of our revenue here, and the merchants certainly do. But I would really like to see some kind of a cost-benefit analysis or ROI, something like that. I don't think it'll make or break the plan, but I think it's a key piece of information that we should see in order to evaluate what we're going to do. Thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else or letters?
No letters received, no one else signed up.
Well, nice and easy tonight. All right, can I get a motion for the consent agenda, approval of the agenda format, approval of minutes, and approval of November 30th financial report?
Mr. Mayor, I'll make a motion to adopt the consent agenda with those 3 items with the amending of the agenda format to add a 7C, which would be the appointment of a town council representative to the planning commission.
Second.
All right, any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All right. Consent agenda and adding 7C. We have no unfinished business. New business is election of the vice mayor for a 2-year term.
So, Mr. Mayor, that's really going to be in your court tonight. So what we'd like to do is request nominations, for you to request nominations. And if there's more than one, we'll have to vote on who the council wants. But I would ask that you take over the nomination process, and then once, if there's one person or if there's multiple, and whoever gets the most votes, someone needs to make a motion to do that.
All right, so that being said, is there any motion for the vice mayor?
I'll make a motion that Andy Buckholz becomes vice mayor.
Second.
All right. Is there anyone else? All right, any discussion?
He'll do a wonderful job.
All in favor?
Aye.
It is unanimous. Mr. Buchholz, you are now our vice mayor.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Do I have to change seats?
Do you want to sit here?
If you want to.
If you'd
I
like
can
to sit
still
over
kick you
here,
on this side, so that's the fun seat for you to
And the shots are already fired.
go to. What was that?
It's not. I want to go everywhere.
All right, moving on. Appointment of town council representative to the Harbor Area Review Board.
Same process if we're looking for volunteers here, so.
All right.
Request that anybody who wishes to volunteer for that, please do so at this time.
I would like to volunteer for that.
All right, is there a motion? Do we have to motion this, or?
If there's only one person, then make the motion.
I'd like to volunteer too.
Okay, so with 2 volunteers, we need to, that's going to be a silent vote as well?
Slips of paper.
All right. Are there any other nominees before we start the vote?
No. So we will be, just so everybody's in full, we're going to be needing someone for the Planning Commission, the Harbor Area Review Board tonight. So we'll need to be placing 2 people.
And library if Tara.
And library.
shows that.
So,
Right.
can I make a point about
We can have
this?
discussion.
All right, all right, so the discussion is, we gotta look, all right, so we've got Jim and Bill are both on planning. So that makes that rather difficult for Tara and Tammy.
Right.
And then library board, we have Barbara, so it makes that difficult for Paul. Actually, pretty much inconceivable for all 3 of you if you want to stay married.
Right.
So,
And just
we
to,
have to keep that in
Yeah.
mind when we think about this, because I guess we're gonna have three seats to, deal with.
well, and it's not one of our town boards, but I represent the council on the Eastern Shore Virginia Tourism Board,
And I am on
Commission.
ANPDC.
ANPDC, so.
2 county boards,
Yes.
too.
So I just think it's important to kind of know balance of kind of work and things like that. I know it won't be popular, but I'm going to bring up again, because I don't understand why we don't have someone on the Historic District Review Board from the council. And I've wanted that before, and I didn't win that before, but I'd like to bring it forth again. So I think it would be helpful for us, and we put so much into our historic district, and I think showing that support from a council perspective would be important.
So does she need to make a 7D motion?
Well, let's
We have to
stay on
change the
track.
ordinance in order to do that.
Yes, yeah, it's a bigger thing.
Yeah, and it's also, you know, of all the, other than the planning commission seat, that's probably the most work involved.
Yes.
So that would be, whoever volunteered for that would be committing to quite a bit of work. But yes, we would have to change our ordinances to.
What's
Yes.
been why has it been a no in the past? That would be helpful to know, and maybe we don't need to answer that now, but when the discussion comes up, that would be important certainly for me to know why we've said no.
I'd like to see it get back on the agenda to discuss.
Okay, we can do that.
How's that?
So
We'll
noted.
put that on a future agenda.
Yep.
So for the town council representative for Harbor Area, if you have all written down your votes, it's either going to be Tara or Ken. If you could please write down your answers and send them to me, please.
And prior to Paul being on for 6 years, I was on planning for 4.
Are you trying to say you don't want it?
I've been done
I'm not really sure what that means, right?
and done that, sorry.
Feel like Survivor.
Yeah.
Pull them out of the thing.
Put it off the island.
And if there's a tie, guess who gets to break it?
Yeah.
Happened once before.
Oh, wonderful.
It is a tie.
Yours in?
No, it's in there.
Oh, it's in there? Oh, great.
Okay,
My first vote.
it is a tie.
Oh, man.
Wowzer.
Must feel like doing rock, paper, scissors. Or...
Only with 12-year-olds.
All right, here we go. Ken will be on the town council representative for the Town Harbor Review Board. Thank you. You're welcome.
So someone needs to make a motion to that effect.
I move
Can
that
get
we-
a motion, please, to have.
I move that we appoint Ken Buda to the Harbor Area Review Board as the town council representative.
Second.
All right, is there any more discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All right, that is unanimous. Congratulations. All right, 7C. Paul is stepping down with his position of, I forget what you said. Planning Commission, I'm sorry. So we need to appoint another council member. Are there any volunteers or nominations for that position?
Clayton,
Are
you
there
can send
any
me that
other-
thank you note
Since I was
later.
a young boy, I always dreamed about it.
All right, without being any other nominations or volunteers, all in favor?
Aye.
All right. that is
Before we move on, Mr. Mayor,
Yes.
I would like to, with a heartfelt thank you to Paul Grossman
Yes.
for his contributions. He has overseen a tremendous amount of work. He got us through the comp plan, he got us through all the zoning updates to implement the comp plan, through the STR process. It has been an enormous amount of work, and we all owe
Yes.
Paul a great deal of gratitude for that.
And also
Yes,
on
thank
the,
you.
County and state level as well.
And I think
Yes.
Barbara's gonna be happy that the living room table's coming back into,
You can have guests over again. All right, so with new business, we're already into town manager comments.
All right. Couple of things. I just wanted to let you know that the Strawberry, one of our small capital projects was to work on sidewalk infill, and we were going to work on town projects for property first. And we put out a bid for that, and we got a decent bid, and we were going to start with the Strawberry Street sidewalk by Central Park. And we've been working with that contractor for quite some time, and he's got licensing issues, and we can't get the license, so we're having to put that back out to bid. So if you see it out to bid, that's why. Just wanted you to know.
And did you notice Miss Diane walked in as soon as you talked about sidewalks? It was
There
like,
you have it.
it was like,
I did have more to say, but I'm just.
John, can we disclose who that is? Is that
I'm sorry?
who is the contractor?
was.
Who was?
Actually, I don't remember the name off the top of my head, because Bob was doing
Okay.
Doing all
That's fine.
that.
I just,
yeah.
if it is the same one, there's a lot of work going on around me, make sure.
Yeah, there was issues with getting a state license.
Okay.
We have had one new hire since we last met, Tim Hammond, who is our new harbor maintenance assistant, rounding out our harbor team, and I'm just really pleased with the way that team has come together. The three of them are going to really mesh well. We also have our new harbor website is up. It's part of the town website, but you go to the harbor page, and that's up and running now, and that looks good with all the information on there. Not yet, but coming soon will be an STR page. So we're working on that. So if you have to get questions, so we're going to have a page that has frequently asked questions, all the forms, the actual regs, all that stuff with STR. So there'll be kind of one-stop shopping on the website. We should have that up soon. I want to thank anybody who did that last-minute push for the community survey. We got there.
How many did you get?
We got to 444, right in there where we were previously. So our first year we did 442.
Yeah.
The second year was 452. This year we're at 444, right in between. We had that one anomaly last year because we had that really controversial question about limiting STRs, and it went up to like
Yes.
580 something. But we're right in there, consistent with our other years.
Good.
And so I want to thank everybody that made that last-minute push. And of course, we'll be presenting all those results to you in a work session on February 6th. Speaking of February 6th, I'm going to ask that since we're meeting anyway, we're also going to schedule a short special meeting to have a public hearing and approve a CUP, conditional use permit, for the former Kelly's restaurant. There's an issue with the new owner coming up to speed with the propane tank. The current one that's underground can't be serviced anymore, which means they have to replace it with an above-ground tank right on Mason Avenue, so we're gonna have to screen it. And that screen has to be more than the by right use. So it requires a conditional use permit to get the screen high enough to be effective. So we're trying to expedite that, and
that's not going to block the sidewalk?
no, it's where some of that outside seating is now on the west side of the building.
That's for the handicap
Where we
doors.
had our cigars.
Not anymore.
Yeah, cigars are not gonna be good there anymore.
Nope.
So anyways, it's unfortunate, but anyway, so just to facilitate the business getting reopened, we're gonna expedite that process, so I'm gonna tag that on to the February 6th meeting.
Interesting.
That's
Yeah,
all
it's
I have,
the
Mr. Mayor.
handicap door.
John, are we having a public hearing for the mid-year budget too that night?
That's what I had on here, but I didn't know.
I have in my notes too.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
And, because we're already having a public hearing, a special meeting for
Yeah.
the mid-year budget.
Budget, that's what I had.
So it won't be a short meeting.
You're,
Unless that's changed.
no, you're right, I'm sorry. I was looking at an old,
Does that Kelly's Cup have to go through planning commission?
yes, they're gonna meet on Tuesday.
All right.
So they'll do theirs that Tuesday before that, and then you'll do yours Thursday.
Good. Yeah, right.
Clayton's first meeting.
We're meeting on Tuesday.
There you have it, the 6th.
It's your first meeting.
That's all I have, Mr. Mayor.
All right, thank you. Any council members have any comments this evening?
I have one, I just want to commend Katie, Marion, and Jeb. They sat down and met with short-term rental real estate agents, and they'll have subsequent ones to it, but it was a very positive interchange. They got some feedback that we may have to adjust, but we'll see as we go forward. But I just want to commend them for taking the time out and doing that session.
Yeah, it was really proactive. That was great.
Yeah, I think the more we do that.
Thank you. Carrie, did you have something? Okay. All right, I'll make the announcements now. For January 20th, town offices will be closed in honor of Martin Luther King Jr. Day. February 6th, town council public hearing, as we just talked about, and special meeting and work session. On the 17th, town offices closed for President's Day. On the 20th will be our regular town council meeting. And if I can get a, yes, sir.
Can I, we plan on having a memorial service down here for Smitty Dies on
Cape Charles Day, correct.
So,
And there'll be more information on that to come, but it will be a celebration of life.
yes.
Have we set a date for that this year?
It is
Towards the end.
March.
Is it the 8th? That's the
The
second
8th.
Saturday is the 8th. Is
Yeah.
that correct?
So it'll be March 8th,
Oh, no, you know that's the same day as Oysters for Education.
correct.
Okay,
It's earlier in the day. Wednesday is later in the day, right?
3 to 8.
Yeah, we're done before 3.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll be done before that.
Right.
So anyway,
Am I
there'll be more
right, Ken?
information.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's 3 to 8.
So there'll be more information to come on that.
It might be 5 to 9.
And if there's nothing else, if I can get a motion for adjournment.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.